one of the things you talked about, you were failing forward. So is there, any failures you can think of in your life that that are, kind of, I don't know, say game changers or life changing, but what you learned from that failure to whether it be personal, business, whatever, anything you can think of.
Yeah. I would say on the personal front, maybe going a little too deep here. I don't know who's all going to see this. And yet on the personal front, just being, I just choose to be vulnerable with this kind of stuff. My first marriage was such a learning lesson, and the maturity that came from failing in that regard. And then the next few years of just figuring out what I wanted in life and who I was. And I think ask a lot of 35 and under year olds. Ask them like, hey, who are you? Like, what do you live
Mhm.
for? Like, what is your mission? What do you be known for? I don't know if there would be a large percentage that can answer that articulately and with a lot of confidence. And if there are, kudos. Awesome. That means you just put in the work earlier than I chose to. So I think that's one thing, because now in my marriage, it's a completely different like framework. It's a completely different approach with energy, with understanding, with man, I did make that mistake. I'm sorry. Like that's one thing that had shamed me forever. And it's I didn't own mistakes in the past. And now my wife says that, she's frustrated with me on something, or that I dropped the ball here or there. And I'm like, and instead of going defensive mode, I go, okay, here's an opportunity. Don't let your pride get in the way. And that has changed all of our conversations. On the work side, man, I think I'm still failing it forward every single week. So yeah, in my personal opinion, I don't think I've truly ever failed in business, because failure to me is a strategy. And when you think of it that way, even if I drop the ball completely with a customer, I think a lot of people get to a point where they look behind them and they say, "Man, I could have done that, or I should have done that. I can't believe I've done that." Well, that's more shame than positive thinking. I choose to look at it and go, I'm so glad that I identified that I do that now versus 5 years from now. Now that I've identified it, how do I reframe and move forward? And it just gives you an opportunity to be positive with your growth versus demeaning yourself on growth you didn't even know you needed.